Welcome back everybody. Today I will be talking about the vestments used in the Syro-Malabar Church. They have a bigger meaning that connects them with other symbols in the liturgy. If you haven't already, check out my video on liturgical objects. The Qurbana is a long tunic type garment reaching from the neck to the ankles, and it's worn by all servers and all the priestly orders. The rest of the vestments are worn above the Qurbana. The sonara is the belt-like strip of cloth worn over the Qurbana at the waist. It's a symbol of holiness. The holy Qurbana and other rites of divine worship are to be performed with perfect holiness. The sane are liturgical shoes used by all servers and priestly orders. They symbolise getting ready for a journey, preparing for the gospel proclamation against all evil. The urara is a vestment used by all priestly orders. This sacred vestment is a symbol of ministerial priesthood. The way it is worn depends on what order a person belongs to. A kadaria folds and hangs it on the left wrist. A Theurgical wears it on the left shoulder, wrapped around their neck so that both ends fall in front and behind them. A shamshana hangs it on their left shoulder, so that the urara's ends fall behind and in front of them down to the ankles, because a shamshana is not independent to celebrate the Holy Rase. Priests and higher orders wear it around their neck, so that both ends fall in front of them. They must wear the urara above the sonara and not tucked into it, because they must wear it the way they received it on their ordination. The urara floats on both sides to symbolise the priest's freedom of service. The zande are cuffs placed over the Qurbana around the wrists of priests and higher orders. They symbolise that the hands are ready for service. The paina is the outermost vestment that is worn on top of all the other vestments by priests and above. It can be made of any colour except black, and other colours aren't reserved for special days, as colours do not hold any special meanings. It is like the outer garment of shepherds, symbolising pastoral duty. The sleeva on the back symbolises Ishor, who leads the church to heaven. During the Evangelion procession from the Madbaha to the Bema, and during the Gospel proclamation, the celebrant wears a rectangular humeral veil above the paina. It symbolises that the priest who wears it is at the place of Isha Mashiach. It's physically like the humeral veil used in the Latin Rite. As per this document, the bishop traditionally wore a berona, which is a white hood with one sleeve stitched onto it. Now the bishop wears a type of mitre, which is the hat that is currently in use. Also, the bishop uses the moranita, which is the staff used by bishops in liturgy, and is not to be confused with the hutta. It has a curved tip with leaves and flowers and a sleeve, representing the sprouted staff of Aaron. The traditional non-liturgical clothes of the priest is the kameez, which is loosely stitched and white, with a square piece of cloth attached from both shoulders to the back. While travelling and attending official functions, they also wear a black labusha and a cap. A labusha is a black outer gown, which is open at the front and attaches together near the neck. During prayer services, using an urara is mandatory. Bishops traditionally wear a red cassock, symbolising martyrdom and apostolic succession. They wear a red belt around it. They put on a black labusha with a red inner lining on top of their cassock. They also wear a red and black cap and carry a kaisliva and a hutta, which is a short staff used by bishops outside of liturgy, symbolising the bishop being a good shepherd. This video wouldn't have been possible without this book called Syro-Malabar Church Architecture and Traditions by Amal Joseph, Dr. Febin and Anthony George. This book goes into great detail about Syro-Malabar, liturgical objects, vestments and much more. If you haven't already, this book would be great to read to learn more about the Syro-Malabar liturgy. Thank you for watching.